The Lego Island, it's coming along, it's revolutionizing the Lego City. Oh yeah, so excited about it. We got that coastline done there. Well, not done, but the base construction of it is done. We've placed some modular buildings, a few rough draft roads and base plates on the surface there. And we're starting to develop it, right? Like it's coming along beautifully. Got the beach that swerves just across from the island and eventually is going to connect to the causeway. It's looking pretty epic. But you know what? I want to try a different layout on the surface here. We've got some basic base plates and mills plates and modular building layout here. It's not looking too good because it's just like a rough draft. But today in this video, I just want to test a new layout. So I'm going to move a bunch of roads and modular buildings just to test something fun. It's not going to be set in stone, but it's definitely worth a try because, you know what, we've got the space open for the taking and we may as well utilize it and try something fun. First things first, got to move everything out of the way. I built, I think, like 22 32 by 32 mills plates the other day, so that's good because I can use those to lock down the grid, but I'm going to remove all those loosely fitted base plates and all the road plates that just really don't make sense in their current positions. You got to get all that stuff out of the way so we can test a new layout. So this surface here is 5 base plates wide. So what could we do with a 5 base plate wide surface? There's a lot of different things that we can do. The original layout was going to involve a bunch of angled roads, but this new layout that I want to test is going to involve one angled road that connects to one central road. Now I am going to scavenge some road plates from the Lego City, and I'm going to take them from the block where the majority of these modular buildings came from. So it's not really doing any harm to the Lego City. It's all modular, so I can very quickly just pop those roads out of place so we can use them here to test fit a layout on the island. And I'm not going to modify any of these road plates. So like a traffic circle is going to be built using turns, whereas if I were to run with a layout like this, I would definitely custom build the traffic circle. And T intersections and parking lot pull-ins and stuff like that might not line up, but I'm not going to take the time to modify them. So you can see there's one central road that's going down the center of the table, and then there's modular buildings on either side. So there's 2 base plates of modular buildings on the left of the road, 2 base plates of modular buildings on the right of the road, and then of course 1 base plate running down the center, which is the road, making it 5 base plates wide. This is a layout that we could run with. It doesn't include as many angled roads as I originally wanted. There's only the 1, so that's one of the faults. There's a couple other faults as well, but this is definitely one of the most space-friendly layouts. It's leaving a huge amount of space for park and modular buildings. And park can be like fountains or walkways, gardens, or forested areas. I don't know, what else could we put in green space? Pretty much anything, right? But just like that, I've reconfigured this surface to test this layout. Definitely no harm done in testing this here. It took me just over half an hour, so that's not bad at all. And this section of the Lego City is pretty much fully intact. If I wanted to put everything back, it would probably take me even less time. Citizens of the Lego City can make their way over the body of water via the causeway, and then they are greeted by this angled road. They can take that angled road to the main road, which just goes straight all the way to the end of the table and could eventually lead off the table via another bridge. And there can also be a traffic circle at the end here. For now, I just used a T in 3 turns, but of course I would center it and make an actual traffic circle there, which would probably be about 48 by 48 studs rather than 64 by 64, so it would actually open up some space. And then we have 2 rows of modular buildings here, so 1 and 2. The issue is the entrance of some of these modular buildings, if we put them all along here, would be facing this way. And there's not a whole lot of walking space here, so I would have to modify some of my recently built coastline modules to widen them. Some of them are all right, like this is all right here. But over here, if we wanted to put a modular building here, in my opinion, I'd have to bring this out a little bit so we can expand the walkway, and then we could put like a fence all the way along. So I think that's one of the faults, is this modular building is facing the coastline and there's no road in front of it, but a lot of people don't want me to have road here at all. So if there's no road in front of a modular building, well then I guess that's fine, because some people are proposing that I don't put roads here at all. So I guess it's all right if this is just like right up against the water, I guess. It is a way to conserve space because there's only one road, and look at all the space open for buildings and park. Like we could have a giant park here full of palm trees and full of trees, or a jungle or whatever it may be, and then we could have modular buildings in all of this available space, and we could also have some modular buildings on angles along the angled road, and we have all of this open space here. So it's like ridiculous how much space we have if I run with this layout. So what do you think? It's definitely pretty extreme. If we were to fill this full of modular buildings from over there, it would deplete the city. I'm definitely not going to do that. I would just put the space on reserve by building more Mills plates, and then we could like set up some mini scenes. We could even build some parks. Like it wouldn't take long to build a park here or fill this in with trees or whatever it may be. But then at least we're future-proofed for the future. So now when we feel like taking on a rebrickable model, we can build it and we have a spot for it. Whereas before we'd have to play Jenga or Tetris to try and fit another building in there. So now we have a lot more space open for the taking, which is good. So if we want to build a custom build or a rebrickable model or whatever it is, we have space either here or over there. Now, one thing this layout does lack is angled roads. There's only one angled road. It's pretty long, but it's not enough. I think we need to do more. The whole point of this project was to free up space from the downtown core so that we can test interesting things like angled roads. And I want to try and put modular buildings on those angled roads because I've never done that before, and I think that would be super cool. So this layout lacks that. What we could do is extend this angled road all the way to the end, then turn, then go straight, then maybe go on like another angle. You know, like we could do things like that, right? Like we can mess around with angled roads. That's what I want to do. That's what the people want. That's what people have been, I hate to use the word griping, but griping about my city for so long. The lack of angled roads, it's the number one thing that is critiqued when it comes to conversations about my city, right? So what I would do if I wanted to put a modular building on an angle, how would I do that? Well, this is what I would do. I would take this modular building and I would remove it from its Mills plate. We would essentially scrap the Mills plate system for the buildings that sit on angles. So I would take this, which is probably Mills plated in such a weird way, using all sorts of different shapes and sizes of plates. I would remove that and I would re-Mills plate it on 16 by 16s, which I regret not doing in the first place. I regret not Mills plating everything with 16 by 16, just because it simplifies everything. So I would have to re-Mills plate that on 16 by 16s, and then I would put 2 plates on the bottom of those 16 by 16s. So this is pretty sloppy here, but that's going to bring us up to 1 brick height. And then when you put your tile down, you have 1 brick and 1 tile. And then you put tiles down on base plates like that. And when you slap this building down, it free floats on top and you're at the same height as the sidewalk. So for example, if this was an angled road and we wanted a building at an angle there, but we want our sidewalks to match up, this would free float on top of the tiles, and then we could have buildings on angles. The reason I haven't done this in the past is just because it takes up so much space. When you have a building on an angle there, and you get to the end, it just uses a lot more space. So that's why I've stuck with the grid, just because it presents the building so well, and it's very conscious of space. You can jam so many modular buildings when you create a grid like this. Like, look at how many modular buildings we could fit in here, right? Compared to if I have an angled road all the way here and then an angled road there. But that's the nice thing about this layout, is we have the space to do that. It's sort of hard for me to visualize what multiple angled roads would look like, and I can't even provide a demonstration of what it would look like because I don't have any more loose 16 by 16s right now. Well, I guess I could take them from the causeway, but I don't feel like ripping that down. But that there is at a 45-degree angle. I think that's the easiest way to build angled roads, and it's 45 degrees, so it works out. It's just like the one I built over there. That's 45 degrees as well. And just using the Lego wedge plates as the entrance and exit to that angle is easy to do. So that's probably what I would run with, 45-degree roads. But if I were to create a layout with multiple 45-degree roads, this is another solution. This road could continue to this building right there. And then it could straighten out and go straight, and then eventually go 45 degrees again and connect to the back. But what I would probably do is have one road plate go straight off the causeway, and then have the 45 degrees start, and have that be a T-junction, so a road runs along the back and then connects to the other 45-degree road. So we have like a, what is that? Trapezoid? Is that a trapezoid? I don't even know. Is that a trapezoid? Maybe. But yeah, it's like that, trapezoid. And then we can have straight roads form a grid in blocks of 2 coming off of our trapezoid connecting to that back road. So we still have a grid that's framed by 2 angled roads. We could have modular buildings on angles there, straight modular buildings, blocks of modular buildings running this way, and then modular buildings on angles there too. So that might be the solution. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how to do these angled roads and what would be the best layout for this. But that might be good because we have the best of both worlds. We have blocks that are similar to that, but then we also have angled road blocks branching off it in either way, or in both directions, right? I just want to do something unique here with this island. That is my goal. I want to do something cool that involves angles, potentially. I was about to go home for the day, and then I was like, let's try this layout out. What should we do? And now I need to go sleep on it again. Luckily for us, there's a lot of things that we can work on in the meantime while I figure out exactly how we're going to construct the layout for this island, whether it's more angled roads, almost creating like a trapezoid layout, or if it's going to be something like this, or something that we had originally going on with our original concepts. Luckily for us, it's all very easy to test. Trial and error is not a lengthy process. Putting everything back would not take long. Setting everything up does not take long either, so you may as well have some fun and try it out. Yeah, that's about it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.